Hello and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet. Today I thought it would be quite cool to do the Get to Know Me in 25 Questions tag. I've had this account for a little while now and I haven't really introduced myself since I first got it, and I feel like I've kind of grown with the channel a little bit. So it'd be nice to do a check-in with you all, whether you've been here from the beginning or if you've only just subscribed, you're a new subscriber, which by the way, thank you very much. But yeah, I just wanted to do this so you can all get to know me a little bit better and get to know the booktuber behind the channel. Now this tag was created by Maza Book Tuber. I'll leave the video link down below, but I saw it on Steve Talks About Books' channel and figured that I'd like to give it a go. So the first question is, what is your channel about? Now, being called Harriet's Book Corner, it's Harriet talking about books. And that is pretty much it. It's mainly just a book channel. I did do a couple vlogs before, I just haven't been in the headspace to do any more, but sometimes I'll show you kind of what I'm doing during the day. But it is mainly just talking about books, and I wanted to create this channel so that I can talk to people about books, because I don't really have anyone in my life that I can do that with. I've got a couple people at work, but I don't see them that often, and my partner reads sometimes but not an awful lot of the time, and I don't want to bore him by talking about books constantly when we're together. So yeah, that is why I created this channel, and that's why the channel is what it is. The second question is, how old are you? And I am 23, I will be 24 in May. So I feel like I'm really old, but I am actually quite young. It just doesn't feel like it sometimes, especially when I'm at work and teenagers come in and I remember being that age. And it doesn't feel like that long ago, but it really, really is a very long time ago. The third question is, what is your relationship status? I just mentioned that I have a partner, so I am very happily in a relationship. And this December, we're actually going to be celebrating our 5-year anniversary together, which is amazing and incredible. And it's just been such a wonderful journey. And I can't wait to spend many more years with him. The fourth question is, did you go to college or what's your occupation? I kind of went to college. So basically, I left school after my GCSEs and had to be in some form of education. So I went to do an apprenticeship, and it was a graphic design course. And that meant that one day a week I went to college and completed kind of like a lesson. It was only about 2 hours long, and then I got the rest of the day off. So that was really nice. So I did go to college, but honestly, it didn't really get me anywhere. I've got the level 2 and level 3 BTEC for it, I think, and it doesn't really account for anything, to be honest. If you went to college or uni, that's super cool. It's just not for me. And now I currently work in retail. I work for a company that I really adore and love, and they treat us very well. It's not like a regular retail job. It's super fun and really engaging, and I really enjoy it. The fifth question is, where are you from and where do you live? Again, I don't want to give too much away here, tell you exactly where I live, but I am in the UK, in the kind of Cambridgeshire area, and I'm very lucky to live where I live. Where I live is absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I do wake up every morning and think about how lucky I am. My partner and I are thinking of moving somewhere outside of the city that we're in though. I feel like most people kind of resent the city that they grew up in, or they'll move away and then have more affectionate feelings towards it because they're not stuck there. I definitely don't want to live in the city that I was kind of born into. Question number 6 is, looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? I've touched on this briefly in another video. I honestly cannot remember which one it was. I think it was the choose your own adventure tag. I can't remember, I'm really sorry. But what would I tell my 10-year-old self? I would tell myself that things do get better, and there are going to be people in your life that maybe don't deserve to be there. So just be yourself and include people in your life that deserve to be there, and also make sure that you are the kind of person that deserves to be in other people's lives. That's like such a typical thing to say, isn't it? But I feel like most people feel the same. Question number 7 is, tell us about your family. Now my family, we all live quite close together, so I'm very lucky in that, and we are all very close. We see each other quite regularly, at least once a month, and we all get on really well. I've got quite a big family, but not as big as some. I don't really have many cousins or things like that, but they're all just extremely lovely, and they've helped to make me the person I am today. Question number 8 is, what is your favourite holiday? I haven't actually been on many holidays in my life, but I think for nostalgic reasons, it would be going to Disneyland and Universal Studios in Florida. I used to go quite a lot with my parents and my aunt and uncle and brother, so I have really fond memories of that, and we are going to be going back soon, as long as everything stays the way that it should stay and things get a little bit better. It means that we'll be able to go out there really soon, and I'm very excited. Question number 9 is, no budget, what is your dream vacation? And for me, I would want to go somewhere where I can travel a lot. So I'd probably either go to Australia and travel all around Australia, or I'd maybe go to America and travel around there, maybe do both. If there's no budget, I'd be gone for years and would probably never come back to the UK. But yeah, anything super adventurous where I can see kind of different landscapes and different environments and see different cultures as well would just be incredible. Question number 10 is name your biggest pet peeves. I've got quite a lot and I don't think I can think about all of them at once. I cannot stand people that are rude. Obviously I work in retail, so I do see it quite a lot, and manners cost absolutely nothing, as does kindness. People that are just mean for absolutely no reason I don't understand. People that are really messy when they eat, unnecessarily messy, and don't bother to like clean up afterwards, that really annoys me. And this is going to be a really funny one, but it does really annoy me. So I used to work at Starbucks, and people that just say the name of an off-menu drink and expect you to know what it is, and they themselves don't know the ingredients, so they'll just say, "I'll have a butterbeer latte, please." No, that's not how you order it. And also in the UK, we don't have a lot of the syrups that they have in the US, and most of these secret menu drinks are from the US. And then people come to the UK and order it, and we don't even have the ingredients for it. Oh yeah, that just annoys me. But to be honest, I hated that job anyway, so it probably put me in a worse mood than what it would have if I hadn't worked there. But whenever I hear people, when I go into Starbucks now as a customer, and I hear people order stuff like that, I really have to bite my tongue. And I also feel really bad for the person that's serving them as well, because they are going to get shit for it. They always do. Question number 11 is a really hard one, and that is, what book changed your life? This is almost too difficult, I think. So I think, in a way, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because it really got me into classic literature and made me realise that it's not as scary as it might seem. Saying that, I am reading one of Austen's books at the moment that I am not completely in love with, and I find it really difficult to read, so it doesn't work all the time. But for the most part, it's really helped me to enjoy classic literature and to appreciate it. And then I'm so sorry to bring this up again, but Earthsea by Ursula Le Guin, the whole cycle, that is what made me want to start my Bookstagram and my BookTube account. I just needed to share my experience with people, and there was no one I could talk to about it, but it just filled me with so many different emotions, and I really wanted to share that with people. So that has changed my life, because now I'm doing this, and I never would have thought in a million years that I'd be doing something like this, put myself out on the internet and making all of these wonderful friends, meeting new people. It's just been such an amazing journey, and it really has changed my life. And not only that, it's like my favourite series ever. So of course it's quite monumental for me. Question number 12 is, what simple invention improved the world? This is really difficult. I don't think about stuff like that. This is maybe not so simple, but a bicycle. It's an alternative to using cars, and it gets you places really quickly. It also keeps you fit, and I just think that they're really cool. Folding bikes as well, specifically, are very, very cool. I really want to get a Brompton, but they're just really expensive. But the fact that you can just take that wherever you want, you can get on a train and then go to somewhere you've never been before and cycle around, I just think that's super cool. And you save yourself money as well. Question number 13 is favourite movies and TV shows. This is all going to be very nostalgic for me. So movies would be Shrek, all the Shrek films. If you follow me on Bookstagram, you'll already know that I'm slightly obsessed. The Twilight films, again, nostalgic. Same with all the Harry Potter films. I think they're amazing, brilliant. Recent favourites would be the Lord of the Rings films. They fill me with so much comfort and joy, and I didn't think that I would get that. Oh, what else? Tales from Earthsea. I also really like Laputa, Castle in the Sky. I really like Pirates of the Caribbean films. They make me cry. And actually, so this might not be my favourite film ever, but the other day I watched Casino Royale, the James Bond film with Daniel Craig in it with my partner, and it was really bloody good. Like, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And again, it made me cry. I quite like the soundtrack to that film, so certain songs do kind of set me off. Anything with a good soundtrack, I love. And then TV shows, I did actually really like the first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones. Again, we are rewatching it because I'm reading the books. The Brave New World series that came out, they're not doing any more seasons, but I thought that was really good, and it's convinced me to read the book. And to be honest, I don't really watch a lot of films and TV shows. I find that if I'm going to sit down, I'm probably going to be reading a book, but they're the main ones that kind of stick out to me as things that I really enjoy. Oh, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I watched that during lockdown and actually thought it was really good. Question number 14 is, describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. This doesn't say books or TV. Let me have a think about this. This is going to be hard. Okay, so probably though I'm not as pretty as her, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She reads a lot and she doesn't like taking shit from anyone. Although if someone looked like Gaston, I probably wouldn't be saying no. Who else? Maybe Tenna from the Earthsea series. I feel like she's a motherly figure, like quite maternal, and I'm kind of getting that way. And she also knows what she wants, and she's just a really kind and generous person, and I do strive to be like that. Who else? This is really hard. Okay, and maybe Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. I guess I was a bit of like a swot in school, a little bit nerdy, and I did like to boss people around when I was younger as well. But then as I grew up, I realised that's not how you treat people. I feel like Hermione kind of had that epiphany as well when she was growing up, so I feel like we're quite similar in that respect. I do wish my hair looked like hers though. Question number 15 is, what was your dream job? This is really difficult for me. I think I would really like to work in an independent bookshop, maybe one that's my own. I think that'd be something that I'd really enjoy, and then also I can do what I'm doing now, but with customers I can just talk to people about books, and that is exactly what I want out of my life. Either that or something that I can travel with, but that doesn't make me feel like I don't have a place to stay. Because sometimes when you travel with work, you feel like you haven't got a home base. I would still want that feeling. I do like a feeling of having somewhere I can always go to and go back to. But yeah, I don't really know. I'm at that stage where I have no idea what I want to do with my life, and it's kind of scary. I know I want to do something that I enjoy, but I don't really know what I enjoy, kind of thing. We all get like that sometimes, don't we? I'm happy where I am, but I just can't see it really going anywhere, because the kind of company that I work for, when you start working for them, you either stay in that role for years and years and years, or you leave, and that's pretty much it. Question number 16 is, if magic was real, what spell would you learn first? I would want to teleport. It eliminates having to drive places and spend loads of time going places, so I would just travel all over the world and it would be amazing and I'd have such a good time, as long as I could teleport with other people. Question number 17 is, share a favourite childhood memory. My childhood was beautiful, so I've got quite a lot of these. I think one that sticks out to me the most would probably be when I was younger. I wanted to be a teacher, so I would make a register, write down all these names of people that didn't even exist, and I would name myself after my primary school teacher, and I'd sit on my granddad's lap and he would have to call out whether he was present or not, and I'd put a little tick next to it, and then we do reading and we do spelling. And my granddad isn't with us anymore. It's been a couple of years since he passed away, but he was such a huge part of my life. So yeah, any kind of memory with him is a good one. Question number 18 is, what is your favourite social media and why? That's quite an easy one for me. I think it would be Instagram, and that's mainly just because of the community that's on there and how easy it is to talk to people. I do like YouTube a lot, and I do like chatting with you guys in the comments, but it's really hard because you can't really fully talk about stuff. I want to message you all properly and talk to you about everything in detail. So I feel like Instagram's definitely the one for me, and I feel like that's where I get the most creative. I take all these photos that I'm really proud of, and I like all the creativity of other people on there as well, and following people whose pictures are just so beautiful. So yeah, definitely Instagram. Question number 19 is, if you could spend a day with any book character, who would it be? I would really like to spend the day with Luna Lovegood out of the Harry Potter series. She's just crazy, and I feel like it would be a really fun day, and she'd teach you all about the world, and you get to see the world through her eyes as well. And I just think she's a really cool character. I don't think she gets enough love. She does get a lot of love, don't get me wrong, but she doesn't get enough. Question number 20 is, what is your spirit animal? Unfortunately, I'm not the kind of person who really thinks about stuff like this, so this is a difficult one, but probably a cat, because I do like affection, but I also need my own space, and you'll know when I need my own space. And I also just like lazing around and being cozy and warm inside. But sometimes I'll go for an adventure and I'll have a really great time. And when I do go for an adventure, it's usually for a long time. Question number 21 is, what old person thing do you do? I do a lot of old person things. I go to bed and read early. I moan about the youth of today. I drink copious amounts of tea. I collect things like mugs and trinkets. Yeah, I am kind of an old person at heart, I think. Question number 22 is, do you have a hidden talent? I don't have a hidden talent. I can do something weird with my eyes. I don't know if I want to put it on the internet though. Question number 23 is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I have no idea. I'd like to think that this channel will grow. Would like to talk to more people and reach more people so that I can not only grow my channel but also discover theirs. And I would like to have a house in 5 years' time and have moved out and be able to spend time with my partner, so we'd live together. And then beyond that, who knows? I don't like to look too far into the future, because if we get there and it hasn't happened, I will be disappointed. Question number 24 is share an item and tell us its significance. I think the most important thing for me is actually just making memories with people. But when you get a picture or a video of that memory, I think that's really important, and a lot of people don't kind of print out pictures anymore. So I've got this photo reel of me and my partner at a wedding. I'm not going to show you just in case he doesn't want his face on the internet. I don't think that's very fair. So I'll cover his face up. But it's this little reel here so you can see me there. And then he is alongside me. And this is from a wedding. So it's when my aunt and uncle got married to each other, which in itself was just a beautiful day and a really lovely memory. Now this was in 2017, so it was a long time ago, and it doesn't feel that long ago, but the significance for me is just that that day was so magical, and it really made me and my family realise, like, this guy is a part of the family now, and he's going to be for a very long time. And I think it's really lovely to have a photo of it, because I didn't really print out photos before then, so that's really important. And the last question, question number 25, is tag someone. I'm going to tag everyone that sees this video. If you see this, I tag you. If you don't have a BookTuber account, but you have a Bookstagram, do it on there and tag me. My Instagram handle is down below. If you aren't already following me, I'll definitely follow you back. But yeah, please do this. I know some of the questions are a little bit personal. If there's any that you don't want to answer, then totally just skip over them. And just be careful, don't tell anyone like your postcode or your address where you live, and everything about your family, because that's not appropriate. But yeah, thank you again, Steve, for tagging me in this. I thought it was really important to show people what I'm like kind of behind the account and what happens outside of the account, and a bit about my life and things that I enjoy, things that I don't enjoy. So it's kind of like a get to know me, but in a different way, because that get to know me tag that I did when I first started my channel is just embarrassing to watch now. I feel like things have changed quite a lot since then. There's still a long way to go. I'm not the best at editing, and I just film on my iPhone. But I think hopefully you guys have noticed an improvement in my editing since I first started. I don't have that weird kind of clicking noise between each clip, and that was iMovie's fault, so if you're ever editing, don't use them. It adds this like weird sound effect in there, strange. But yeah, that is it anyway for this tag. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below if you don't want to do this video but you want to answer a couple of questions, just go for it and we can have a chat in the comments. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!